Hi guys, welcome back. Hi guys, it's your girl Jackie Aina. Welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining us today. So if you saw my last video, I did a top beauty products all throughout 2016, which was demonstrated in a tutorial. And per the feedback, I got a lot of comments and requests on doing a separate video for skincare. Skincare is so in-depth. There was just, that video would have been an hour if I put it all in that video, but I definitely wanted to really focus on the things that made a dramatic difference in my skin over all of last year. And not even just last year, like things that I've been using for the past couple of years. First of all, this just, okay, I might be keeping up my Christmas decor up until late summer. Don't judge me. We will get rid of this situation when we very well feel like it, okay? Thank you. I want you guys to keep in mind, I have what you would consider oily combination skin. I have acne prone skin, and my skin is not sensitive, but I am going to give you guys some tips on how I feel about sensitive skin in general. You always want to make sure you're using products that are really gentle, not stripping of the skin. And then because I have combination skin, I also deal with normal skin. So it's like the bottom half of my face is just normal, not dry, not oily, it's just normal. So literally I have to find products that are kind of like the perfect balance in between. One of the best things that I recently started incorporating into my routine, and at first I thought that this was just another gimmick. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just let this little train ride out. I eventually stopped being a hater and got my hands on some micellar cleansing water, and I am, ooh, these candles, girl, got me coughing. If you're a heavy makeup wearer, then you know that face wash alone is not going to remove all of your makeup, okay? The first layer of makeup is coming off with like a cleansing balm or like a cleansing oil. I don't know what these Neutrogena, Noxzema commercials, you know, when they just full face makeup, we're just gonna dunk it. Nobody does that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wash my face, but I follow up with the micellar cleansing water. The one that I use is from Simple. I've been using this one for a while. I've actually talked about this in a few videos. It's very gentle, doesn't have any harsh chemicals, and it's super cheap. After you do use a face wash, there's still more than likely chances are there's probably some debris still left in your skin. So I follow this up with the cleansing water, and it just really makes sure that my skin is cleansed without being stripped. That's the thing. When you have oily combination skin, you want to make sure you find the perfect, your skin should be balanced, never stripped, never too dry, never too oiled up. Stop watching the Instagram tutorials, girl. Okay, find you a balance. Find you a balance. This thing right here, this is a cognac sponge. There's a lot of knockoff versions of this. I shouldn't say knockoffs, that sounds really bad. But there are a lot of different versions of this. The one I use is from Basha. It just basically deep cleanses the skin without stripping it. You don't want to strip your skin, because once the skin is stripped of all of the good oil, that's when you get breakouts. Now let's say I've cleansed, pre-cleansed, blah, blah, blah. Assuming it's nighttime, when my skin was really in need of recovery, I was using prescription Retinol. Retinol is not always easily available. It is something that you do have to have a prescription to get, and it can be pretty intense, like really intense. I think that the next best thing is a Retinol, and I found one that was over the counter that's not actually BS, like it actually works. Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil. I have yet to hear anybody say that they do not like this product. It actually does work. You only use this at night. You only use retinols and retinols at night. Reduces pore sizes and improves the appearance of damaged skin. It also helps to fight wrinkles. Now, I don't have any wrinkles, but I definitely had like acne scarring and enlarged pores. What this basically does for your skin is, after repeated use, you'll start to see your skin get a little bit drier than normal, and then it'll start to peel. Do you see where I'm going with this? So if you use it consistently enough and your skin is peeling regularly, removing all of that damaged surface layer skin, then it reveals a beautiful layer of new baby beautiful skin that is then a little bit easier to maintain and take care of. Not a cheap product, not a cheap product at all, but I'm recommending it because it works. And in my opinion, it just does you no good to recommend you something regardless of how much it costs if it does not work. And I literally use like one full, what do you call this? Syringe? One full droplet. I use one full droplet. It is blue, it is weird, it's strange. I know, I get it. But it disappears. It blends right in, girl. she blend right in. So your undertones will still be flourishing, okay? This is kind of like a detox for my skin. Like, ooh girl, you need to just, you know, let's start all over this week. Then I'll use this for like 4 or 5 days and let my skin start over, and then I'll go back to using like night creams and blah, 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 blah. I've got 2 moisturizers I want you guys to check out if you have a skin type like mine, especially if you have oily skin. The Energy de Vie Lancome line. Actually, I like everything from this line. This line is exclusive to Sephora, I've noticed. You will only find the green bottle stuff at Sephora. This stuff is like made for people with oily skin. This is the light lotion in gel. I just call this the green gel because I don't know, it's kind of catchy. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost gel is a great alternative to this, but it's slightly more hydrating. It is slightly more hydrating. I think this is best for those of you guys that are like really like Popeye's chicken greasy, when you need something like really gentle and light. Right here, boom, bam, not gonna break out your skin. Contrary to what most people might believe, oily skin does not necessarily mean that you cannot use oil moisturizers either. I find that a little bit of oil and foundations and moisturizers actually help to balance my skin. The best face oil throughout all of 2016, and I know you guys are probably gonna think, girl, you just gimmicking, girl, you sponsored, girl. I'm on bottle like number 10. I don't know, I lost track of the Farsali Gold Elixir. It's not just a gimmick, like it actually is really good for the skin. Even if it didn't have these really pretty gold flakes, I would still use it because guess what? It is just, what? Like, how? A little bit of oil kind of helps balance things out, and it ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt nobody, okay? Okay, so underneath your moisturizer, you use the serum because the serum is designed to really penetrate deeper than a moisturizer. At least that's what they say they do. I'm only led to believe it works if I see results, and the top 2 things that I, without a doubt, hands down, see results are from Sunday Riley, the Good Genes Lactic Acid Treatment, and the Obagi Professional C Serum. I have recommended both of these several times on Snapchat in past videos. My skin really seems to be taking a liking to lactic acid. I find that my skin feels perfectly balanced right after I use the serum. Like it just feels like, I don't know, it just literally feels like new skin. I've never had a serum do that for me. I use this day and night and skin feels like, I almost don't want to put moisturizer on top of it because I like the way my skin feels just like that. And then the vitamin C is for brightening and overall like evening of the skin. If you, especially for women of color, you like need vitamin C. I think the most asked question I get is how to fade dark marks, how to overall even the skin tone. You can ask anyone. I know somebody in the comment section will tell you vitamin C actually works, but you have to actually get one that like actually works. And for me, Obagi products, while they are pricey, they just work. They actually do what the hell they say they're gonna do. And they're like prescription. Actually, I think you do have to, no, you don't have to have a prescription for this particular product. You are getting that prescription quality and strength product that you can just buy and you'll know that it will work and you don't have to wait 3, 4, 5 months to see results, you know? But of course, remember, skincare is about having a routine and not just relying on one product. As hard of a pill it is to swallow, you cannot rely on just one product to change your skin. You really have to kind of have like a routine, you know, and you have to be consistent. And I probably should have went in a better order with this stuff, but I'm gonna continue. My toner is the Lotion P50 1970. I get this from shoprescuespa.com. Don't ask me if I'm sponsored because I always put that info in the disclaimer, but I'm tired of being harassed about videos I'm not even being paid for, okay? Thank you. This toner is amazing. Shuts down any and every other toner I've ever tried. Like, just period. The first time you use it, you're probably gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute, what's happening? It may sting a little bit. The stinging is when your skin is not balanced. Pores are not even in my vocabulary anymore, thanks to this stuff, especially right here. This is where all the magic was happening. This is where it was always turned up. I don't have that problem anymore. I know a lot of people are probably gonna wanna shout out alternatives. Feel free to do so in the comments below. And I know that people, there's just something about when I talk about what works for me, people are like, oh, you should try this. Look, that's cool that that's your favorite, but I'm telling you, this is mine. And if something works amazing for me, like I'm just not like, unless this stops working out of nowhere, I'm just not gonna be drawn to try something just for no reason. I'm just not. This is the best toner. This is the best toner I've ever used. It does have a kind of icky smell, but you get used to it. But I'm telling you, seriously, that skin will be glowing. Glowing. Even after I use it, I notice my skin is just a teensy bit flushed, like a little red. I know you see all this chocolate. It takes a lot for my skin to look visibly red. That just tells me that it actually is working, and I would highly recommend this. The Kate Somerville Exfoliate. I first heard Casey Holmes talk about this, and I was like, ooh, that seems really interesting. It's actually kind of like an exfoliating facial. They tell you to apply this and to scrub it in for like 60, 90 seconds or something like that. Then you leave it on for 2 minutes, okay? Then you rinse it off, and girl, all of my enemies can say whatever they want about me, but you can never say my skin looks bad. You can't. Look, you just can't. You just get null and void in 2017. You cannot. Kate Somerville, I'm coming for you this year. I'm really coming for you because the scrub is bomb. I mean, they call it a treatment, whatever. Do not play around with this stuff. Do not leave this on longer for 2 minutes because you'll feel it tingling. It's either seaweed or enzymes or something, girl. I don't remember. But it's supposed to be one of the more gentler approaches, like more natural approaches to exfoliating. Get a sample from Sephora. They have these little minis. This is what the full-size bottle looks like. Try it out for yourself. I'm a big advocate for try before you buy. So get as many samples as you possibly can of all this expensive crap. Try it out and then see, girl, jacket. I told you, I told you it was lit. I told you. You have to have an SPF. Like, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me if you're not hip to SPF. All of these products that I just talked about that are going to help heal, repair, and shed off the dead layers of your skin are not going to be nearly as effective if you're not protecting your skin during the day, especially with prescription retin-A and retinol. Like you can't not use an SPF. But if you're like me and you have oily combination skin, you'll find that most SPFs, especially for the face, they're a little oily, greasy. So the two that I found that I've loved and I've replaced so many times are the Dream Screen from Benefit. This is an actual matte, a matte SPF. I don't know how they do it. You think it's gonna be oily, you rub it into your skin and actually massage it in and it disappears and it makes your skin feel so just really balanced, really hydrated, but you are getting that SPF protection that you need. But when I'm not using that, I love the Cover FX Clear Cover. My only issue is this bottle is terrible. I don't know why, but once you get like halfway, it just stops pumping. I don't know. Cover FX, can we fix that? This is the second bottle that's done that to me. I don't know why, and it's really annoying, but I love this formula so much that I keep buying it. It reminds me a lot of Murad Invisablur. Like it feels like a primer. It is so smooth to touch. It blurs the pores. It fills in, it almost kind of has that silicone feel to it. Now, one of the most important parts of your routine, especially if you have oily combination skin, are going to be clay masks. Clay masks are so vital. They're so vital. Once I really learned what they really could do, I was like, oh, we lit, fam. Some of them I share more on Snapchat, like cause I rotate a bunch of different skin things, but the two that in my opinion stand out the most, anything from Glam Glow, anything from Glam Glow. This is not just another one of those trendy, like, oh, they're probably being paid to say this brands. People do, like I have done sponsored posts with them, but I've been using and purchasing their products long before. They are very expensive, but the ingredients are like, what? You're like, is this crack? I really be thinking they'd be putting crack in here. I've tried pretty much all of them. The one that stands out the most to me is the white bottle. This is the Super Mud Clearing Treatments. And I love the way it smells. It smells like herbs. Some of them actually do have herbs in them. The black one, the exfoliating one, it has like leaves and stuff. Girl, I was like, what kind of Jungle Book type of, but it works though. I love the way it makes my skin feel once it's rinsed off, because it feels like, oh wow, like it just feels like a clean slate for your skin. I love this mask. If you're not quite ready to spend Glam Glow money, I would try, I lost the bottle, but I put this here so I wouldn't forget to talk about it. The Pixi Skin Treats, the Glow Mud Mask is kind of popping. Like, it's actually a lot of popping. It comes in a bottle that's about this size. It's really small. Pixi makes some really, really good skincare products. And that mask, just the way that it feels, I actually believe that one will leave a little bit of a tingle too. But to me, if it's tingling, it's working. So you can just tingle all you want, just don't take off the top layer of my skin. It's a really, really good mask. I would definitely try it. And you know, do a patch test on stuff like this. If you feel like maybe my skin's a little sensitive, I don't know how my skin's gonna react, do a patch test on the inner side of your elbow. Just put a small amount of that product there, cover it over a Band-Aid, leave it on overnight, wake up, see if your skin reacted to it. If there's no reaction, then you Gucci. Okay guys, well those are pretty much most of the game changer skincare products that I liked using all throughout 2016. These were not the only skincare products, and that's why I feel like it's so hard doing skincare routines, because people want me to tell them exactly what to use. And I think that as vloggers, I don't want to tell you what to do anymore, because to be quite honest, I don't want to be held responsible if you use something you don't like it, because you know, people tend to kind of do that nowadays. I just try to give you guys my informed thoughts and opinions of what I try and what I like, and then I allow you guys to do, you know, further research and then go on from there and try it for yourself. I wish I could sit here and give you a full entire drugstore routine. I truthfully can't, because it doesn't work that way for me. Those things don't give me as great of results as these products have. But what I can tell you is, if you are gonna spend money, I'm gonna tell you where it should be at. And I think that that's way more valuable than trying a bunch of different products over and over again that are inexpensive but don't work. I really hope that you guys found this helpful. If you guys have any questions about any of the products that I talked about or did not talk about, leave them down in the comment below. Don't forget to check out the top beauty products of 2016 video, and subscribe on your way out if you have not already. Hopefully I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.